2, 1. What's poppin', everybody? They see, I already fucked up. I already fucked up.
I can edit all, man.
I know, trust me. Oh, that's gonna get edited. That's 100%. All right. What's going on, my Sandy Lee?
Oh, was that?
Man, stop that thing, man. Stop that thing, delete that shit, man. So this nigga wrote. I said, I'm gonna say that, and then you gonna go.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yes, that's great. See if you did like 30, you'd be like, alright.
I told you, if I'd have been good, if we'd have stopped at number 10, we talking about the goal, I'm Gucci. I can knock that out real quick. We could record that, we could have went back and finished recording. That'd be fine, I'd have been Gucci. That whole stopped there. We didn't even get to part 3. Man, some bullshit. I said.
Alright.
It's on you. So do I need to throw it to you? You want me to throw it to you, or you want me to, or you just want to go?
No, I'm just gonna go into it.
Alright, go
It
ahead.
was Boruto was episode 1.
What?
I mean, not 1.
I was about to say, nigga, huh?
130. No, they're on 40 something.
I don't pay attention to the number episode.
Neither do I, but I'm gonna look just for the sake of people looking at it like he doesn't even know what episode it is.
That's fine. A lot of motherfuckers don't know. Should I be guessing? Once you get to the hundreds, it's a wrap. Everything else is a wild guess for me. I'll be careful.
One Piece is at 1,022.
They on their own with that one. You think I'm about to try and watch that? You got me fucked up. I better be in surgery. No, I'll be sidelined for a while.
Coma.
Yeah, I better have hernia surgery or something like that and be gone for about 3 months. You think I'm about to sit back there and watch one?
I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean to be quick that, but alright. I'm gonna go. I think it was like 39. Watch me be right. I should just say what I thought. 29. Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, you 10 off.
Look, that's what I said. Alright, so just minimize that. Alright. So, the Boruto.
Yo! Nigga woke everybody up just now, bro. I'm wide awake now, bro. I think nigga came with it live. And in fact, we live.
Got the energy.
God damn. I was like, I wonder what his tone's gonna be when he comes on.
I'm loud.
Nigga, you came loud.
I gotta get back in the, how was it yesterday? Get that grab out there. Get the moisturization.
You gotta do something with it. Yeah.
Alright. Boruto episode 29 was, in my opinion, fantastic. Alright, so we had more knowledge on the Hidden Mist Swordsman. Okay, we found out that they actually plan to have a coup d'etat against the current Mizukage, okay, Chojuro. In my opinion, the episode was solid. I enjoyed everything that came into the episode, everything that they told us and brought out. I like the crew, especially because I feel like each crew member honestly fits each weapon perfectly. And obviously with the Hidden Mist Swordsman, that, you know, finding the right swordsman for each sword is of course is an important thing. But with that, them going against the village and the Mizukage is, in my opinion, I think that's a good way to start things off with the group, just because of the intensity that we have heard so much about the group. Okay, so going back to Naruto real quick, in Naruto you didn't really hear much about the swordsman up until maybe a little bit into closer to the war. That's when you started getting a little bit more information about him, and then after that everyone got resurrected. Okay, after everyone was resurrected, then you had the swordsman come back. Not all of them had their weapon. Well, I think one of them didn't have their weapons, but everybody else had their weapon, and we saw how awesome and how fucking powerful they were, to the point where like they were pretty much hard to stop. You basically had to two-man them and have a group of 15 behind you just to get one or two. So with this new group, since we didn't grow up with the old swordsman, but we're getting this new generation of kids, I'm hoping that with them, we get to see how powerful they become over the course of Boruto. And I think in the long run, that's how everything's going to work out. But until then, I think that this is a dope group. Now, one thing that I'm hoping to see, or that I kind of want to happen in the future, before I get to that, one thing is that we do not watch spoilers. Hey, I don't look at spoilers because me personally, I feel like that takes out the enjoyment of actually being surprised and watching the episode and getting caught in just the whole landscape and mindset of, oh, I got to see what's about to happen before anybody else knows, or we're all gonna know at the same time. So I don't watch spoilers. I'm not really a big fan of doing that. But going into this, what I would like to see is I would like to eventually see the swordsmen, if they do the right thing with them, I hope to see them either leave the village in the future, just on how they're having their presence set now, going against, once again, the Mizukage and all the good jazz. I'm hoping that they eventually leave the village and start either recruiting people, or they're going to be that destruction team, okay, like how the Sound Ninja 4 was for Orochimaru. I'm hoping that that's the setting that they're going to be put in, so that way they can be, even though they're still part of the blood mist, I really want them outside of there, because just the way they're having it right now, I'm going to hate it if we're going to sit in Boruto and we're going to watch the swordsmen be like this, and then 10 episodes down the line, all of them have a change of heart, and then now they're all for the village. And I'm not going to hate that, because now you're taking away the whole premise of what the swordsmen are. You're taking away the ferocity, okay, the intensity of just how they are. And even though only, like, Kagura is not really, I'm not going to say much like them, just because he's more calm. He's more calm, collected, but we all know that, you know, he has the fourth of Mizukag's blood in him. But I'm not going to really say that he really fits with the crew of people who are the swordsman, but I feel like he could if they develop his character right. That's, in my opinion, that's one thing that they probably could do, is develop these guys so well that either they can become that next powerful team that people should fear, or they're just going to kind of make them, they're going to make them strong and powerful, but they're not going to really do much with them. And I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that they do so much with this, because that's a big that's one of those big legends in Naruto that I want to see in Boruto, so I can like grow up with them and see, you know, how they develop and how they become like the awesome characters that I know they can be. Now, going into the fight that's happening now, I'm hoping Sadara and whoever she's fighting, I hope to get, I saw the preview, so, you know, I get to see a little Sharingan action, okay? I'm hoping that there's two things that they're either going to do. They're either going to let her keep her, you know, one Toma in each eye that she has, and they're just going to have her be so focused on concentration, because this is exactly what they did with Sasuke when Sasuke was a kid and they were on the Great Naruto Bridge, that they want to call it, helping out, trying to defeat Haku, okay? Now in this is also the moment where Sasuke said, he said, I need to concentrate harder, because I need to focus, and that's when he got 2 Tomas in one, and 1 Toma in the other eye. So now, I'm hoping that that's going to be either the same premise with Sadara, so I can see that progression of, okay, they're actually going to focus on her Sharingan, because she's still an Uchiha, and at the end of the day, I don't want them to have her Sharingan powers pushed to the side, because I think they understand just as well, because they made it, that the Sharingan when it comes to Uchiha is extremely important. And the fact that they've already given it to her means that they put thought in it, and they're going to go somewhere with it. But I want to see some more development within her Sharingan, so that way I know they're not just going to, like, okay, granted, she only has a certain max power she can get to, but with that, I'm hoping still that the way that she gets to it, I hope that they make it make sense, and that they really put some time into thinking of like how customizable her personal Sharingan is, because each one is different to each Uchiha, as y'all know. So I want to make sure that Sadara, being that really the first child Uchiha, like actual natural birth child Uchiha since Sasuke. So I'm really hoping that as the first really like Uchiha who would start something, like I have a family and whatnot, I'm hoping that they really keen in on her and make sure that they, like, you know, make her live up to the Uchiha name, because remember, we don't have weak Uchihas, okay? We don't. Just like Madara say, like he hates, like how Madara hates weak Senjus, I hate weak Uchihas. So therefore, I don't want her pushed to the side to focus on anybody else. I want you to give everybody their just dues, and she's included in it, okay? Now, a fight with Boruto and Kagura. I'm excited for the fight, but that's not what the fight I really want to primarily focus on, because I too much don't care for it, because this is how it's going to go. You're going to have Boruto, you're going to have him fight the dude he just met, who he's become kind of friends with, or you can call him friends, and then this person has a bad history, so therefore Boruto finds him. Boruto finds out about his bad history. Now Boruto's going to be like, okay, well, I have to try to change this person, or let him become my friend, or do something to the point where I have to change his life or his aspect of his personality in some form or fashion, because I feel like I need to. I don't want to see that, because that's all the shit Naruto did, okay, in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and I couldn't stand it. So I want, if Kagura is going to be with the 7 Hidden Mist Swordsmen, I want them to leave him there and let him be in that group. Like, he needs to adjust to how ferocious the group is. I'm not saying he has to go back to, when he slashed old boy, but I'm saying, like, the attitude and the presence that he has, it needs to be brought with the swordsman. Because I find it odd to have these 6 people who are ferocious, who look like they're about to fuck some people up, and then you have Kagura, who just kind of looks like he's just there. We know he's powerful because he has a sword, but he doesn't look like he wants to be there. So I'm hoping that with this Boruto fight, they don't go ahead and make Kagura the good old person that everybody wants to be. I want him to be I want him to be 100% dedicated fully with the swordsman, so he can be the best swordsman that he can be. Boruto, I hope he whoops Boruto's ass, and then he goes off, and with swordsman they continue their day, and then Boruto learns his lessons, because I don't want Boruto to turn every single person he meets, because then you're just Narutoing it, and I don't want that. I want Boruto to lose some people to where he doesn't get people on his side, and then I also want Boruto to get some people. This Kagura is not one of those people who needs to get turned over. He needs to keep Kagura with the swordsman, let it be known. Okay, stay there. Now, with the Mizukage, I don't know how he's going to get out of that situation. I want to see that dearly. Because I'm looking at it as, you have 3 motherfuckers who don't like you. Who really don't like what you're doing to the village. And think about it, if they're planning a coup d'etat, and I'm not saying that they can't do it, it's going to be harder for them. And the only reason I say that is because how Sugetsu had said, okay, they don't have actual war experience. Now, they can carry the swords, they can work with them, but it doesn't mean that they're actually able to use them to the point to where they could actually, overturn a village or a country. How, they said that the old swordsmen could do. You could send them, and them alone, they could take over a village, they could destroy a crap ton. So I don't think they're there yet. But you have to think about it, back then, when those swordsmen were growing up, war was happening all the time. So they got plenty of that. Right now is the time for peace. And I think that's the perfect time for them to really mold the swordsmen and make them they can put their presence or their essence known that, oh, we have an upcoming new group of swordsmen that's going to be fantastic, and they're going to whoop ass and whatnot. So for Mizukage, I don't see how he's going to get out of this position. Now, granted, remember, he used to be a sword holder, but now he's not. My only thing is, I want to know what he can do without his sword, because ever since we met him back in Shippuden, once they had the 5 Kage Summit, we really did. I'm pretty sure we saw him before that, but at the 5 Kage Summit where we primarily saw him, he had his sword. Then all through the war and all that jazz, we saw him develop with the sword. So I really haven't seen him do anything without the sword, so I'm trying to figure out what could he possibly have to get out of the situation. He just has a 1 sword. Now, I'm not saying his skills are gone. I just want to see how he's going to get out that situation, just because.
He's got Mitsuki.
Huh? Yeah. He has Mitsuki, but I'm saying, I don't know, once Mitsuki gets there, I'll see what happens. And I'm pretty sure that in that form or fashion, he's going to help him and whatnot. But for right now, until I see Mitsuki there, I don't know exactly, how he's going to get out that situation. But with all that being said, I thought Boruto was a solid episode. I can't wait for the next episode, so that way I can really get some of my answers, some of my questions answered. So with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the super episode, which was also live as shit. So I'm going to switch it over to my boy SSLJ, and he's going to explain to y'all about the super episode. Take it off.
All right, so Dragon Ball Super episode 112 is what we got to go off of. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give a brief description. Try to keep it moderate, not brief, but moderate about what happened in the episode. Now, of course, we start off with Goku getting jumped by 3 of the, I believe the Universe 4 robots. Of course, smart strategy, try and get him out of there. They're trying to get him out of there because he's weak, depleted, and they believe get rid of Goku, you get rid of the heart. Also, as the episode goes a little bit further, we get more Kale and Khalifa footage going on in that episode. Kaba jumps in the middle of it because they were approached by Mona. Now, finally we get Kaba action. It took them long enough to get Kaba some nice action going on inside this because I like Kaba. I'm a real big fan of Kaba ever since the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament when he fought Vegeta in that whole exchange with the master and student type of relationship that they have, and I'll get into that in a second. But Kaba wants to go ahead and take on Mona because he believes Khalifa and Kale have the potential to ensure Universe's 6's survival. Don't know how when you used to have Jiren on the field, but I'm going to let Kaba believe what he wants to believe. So we want to believe that, go with it, by all means. Now, he's ready to step up against Mona. He was the first one from that universe to go Super Saiyan. I'm like, come on, you got to do better than that. But miraculously, he is saved. He is saved by who? That is right. My man, the man, Vegeta. And it's only right that he saves him. And they tried to make it very dramatic with slow uprise to reveal who it was, but who else would have been? Damn sure ain't hit because his not dead no more. Khalifa and Kale are gone, so there's no one there to save him off that perch. So of course it had to be Vegeta. Now, in Vegeta fashion, which is why we love Vegeta so much, throws Kaba, lands hard. Kaba gets up, tries to thank Vegeta with it. Vegeta gives a nice little knee right to the stomach. And in the midst of all that, I'm telling him that's what you're supposed to do, Vegeta. Tough love. Don't get this man, don't be soft. You want to soft nobody. Remember in Dragon Ball Z, he found out Trunks was Super Saiyan. He told Trunks, if you can land a punch on me, I'll take you to the park. Trunks transforms, goes in on it, just scrapes Vegeta's face, and Vegeta cold clocks Trunks dead in the mouth. I mean, it was beautiful. I laughed. It was so funny. And that's just who Vegeta is. He's a tough love trainer. And then we learn that the promise that was made for Vegeta to go ahead back, that he's supposed to go back to the planet Salada, I believe that's how it's pronounced, in Universe 6 to meet the king of the Saiyans there, who Kaba describes to be much like him, and kind of get a chance to see that moment. So in that, Vegeta reveals that when he wins the tournament, because I'm going to say when he wins, because I believe Vegeta's going to win it, and don't tell me nothing different. That's my belief, and I'm going to stick with it. So he says when he wins the tournament, he's going to wish them all back regardless. So that was nice to see. Kaba, in reverse, tried to tell him, I appreciate it, and if I win a tournament, I'll do the same for you. And Vegeta says, no, listen here, little boy. Don't even let them work because you ain't winning, I'm winning. That's how Vegeta is, how he rolling, how we rocking with it. Full confidence over here. We don't doubt nothing. So, in that midst, boom, he tells Kaba, go ahead, fight with passion, fight with determination. Don't go out like no little punk now. You don't go out like no punk out here, you were saying. You fight with pride. So Vegeta flies off, and now Kaba's ready to go back into the fight with Mona. Now, Mona starts to disrespect Kaba, Kale, Khalifa, and Vegeta with all due right, because as they were fighting again, Kaba's getting destroyed again. You would think that he would go ahead, and you would think the way they normally do it is he's going to come back in, fly in, do what he needs to do, and Mona's going to get up out of here, and you'll see the return of Kaba. No. Kaba continues to get destroyed. That is until she does the disrespectful thing. And then to me, which I've watched the transformation a couple of times since it happened, it has potential to be in top 5 transformations in Dragon Ball Z history as far as when we're talking about Super Saiyans. And I know there's going to be up for debate, hot take, or what you believe, because there's so many ones that you can put in there. Goku's first one, his Super Saiyan 3 transformation, which everybody loves. Gohan's transformation to Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta's transformation, Gohan's transformation when he was a teen, when he went Super Saiyan 2 in the World Tournament against Kibito. There's a number of different transformations you could name. And then if we want to take it to GT, we got the 4s and all that, which, I'm not high on those transformations. But watching the electricity build as Kaba gets frustrated and seeing him transform into that. First, I got to tell Kaba this. Man, listen, you got to eat, man. You got to eat. You too small. Kaba is so small and so frail. When he turned Super Saiyan 2, I loved it, but I felt I was missing something because he's so scrawny. Every other Saiyan has some type of definition built to him. He ain't got none. The poor boy got to eat something. Listen, when the tournament's over, tell Chopper to get you some of them chefs and eat, man. Get you about 15, 20, 25 pounds on you. Get some muscle going on. That way now when you step up, there's some type of ferociousness going on with you. People can somewhat fear you. Because ain't nobody fearing you looking like that. You're too small. But moving on from that point, Kaba all of a sudden puts in work on Mona. Mona thinks she's going to be able to keep doing it no matter what just because he changed his hair color. It doesn't matter. Kaba gives her one shot to the stomach, a nice little uppercut. Mona tries to do something. He blasts Mona right out of there. And then we see, of course, the villain of all villains, Frieza, jump into the mix.
Lord.
I knew it the moment they showed him it was not going to end well. And the moment Frieza said, I would like to fight you, I simply yelled for Vegeta. I did. I yelled for Vegeta to come to Kaba's aid, but Vegeta was held with Toppo. Nah, Toppo, I'm going to get back to Frieza. Toppo, let me address you for a moment, brother. Let me explain something to you. Don't you ever, in your life, you understand me? Don't you ever get in your life disrespect the Prince of All Saiyans like that? He had the audacity, the mitigate God, the nerve to sit there and tell the Prince, after Vegeta said, I don't want to mess with the second fiddle. Toppo had the nerve to utter the words saying, aren't you the second fiddle too? My partner here laughed his ass off. That shit wasn't funny to me. I know, Toppo, I don't want to come to that screen and whoop your ass my damn self. No, we don't do that. We don't do that around. You don't disrespect Vegeta like that. It was a moment in time I will never forget. Let's never get that confused. Because I was tight. I ain't gonna lie, I was tight, but don't talk about my mans like that. You know what I'm saying? He's still first. We can debate that and I'll tell you why he's first later. But that needs to be understood. So clearly they're foreshadowing the fight between Toppo and Vegeta, and it makes sense. To see the two people who, in Dragon Ball Z terms, are the second strongest ones in the universe go toe-to-toe. I honestly have no idea how that fight's going to go. Like we said, we don't watch spoilers. We don't do none of that stuff. So me personally, I don't know how this is going to go. You got to watch it with Vegeta trying to save his stamina. Toppo really, if you really look at it, Toppo really has nothing to worry about because there's Jiren. Even if he gets eliminated, everything rides on the shoulders of Jiren. It doesn't even matter. But with Vegeta, it's very crucial because you don't know what else, what other plans they have for him, and he has to be able to preserve his energy. Now, back to Frieza versus Kaba. Listen, bless Kaba's heart. He don't know Frieza. You know what I'm saying? He don't know who he is and what he is. And Kaba went Super Saiyan 2 and he was ready. I mean, he put every little bit he could get into it, and we finally got a chance to see a bit of the golden form in the tournament when he used the Emperor Death Beam to literally pick Kaba apart and throw Kaba off. When Kaba went off the edge, I ran through my mind again. I was like, who could possibly save him at this moment? I said, nobody. Once again, hits gone. Khalifa and Kayla are running away trying to reserve their energy, and Vegeta is concerned with Toppo. There is nobody to save Kaba. When Kaba ended up on that sideline next to him, I was upset. I was so upset because they teased us with Kaba. I mean, you can't give us Kaba his finally going 2 because, in my opinion, you robbed us of a moment. You robbed us of the moment of us seeing a epic stance, an epic picture of Khalifa in her Super Saiyan 2 form, Kaba in his Super Saiyan 2 form, and Kale in her legendary form. At least give us that screenshot of what they look like when they're ready to go all in. In my opinion, what they should have did was leave Frieza out of it, even though this is clearly foreshadowing something else with Frieza down the line that we don't know because we still haven't seen Frieza's true moment yet. But what you could have had was, you could have had it to where, because in my opinion, Universe 6 time is coming up soon. I just feel it. To me, you could have had a moment where, even though Jiren doesn't move for people who's not worthy, because they're Saiyans, he may say, okay, I fought a Saiyan and nothing. These 3 feel as though they can take me on. Let me get rid of this Saiyan trash for whatever reason, because this is still a tournament at the end of the day. They robbed us of the opportunity of us seeing all 3 of them going at Jiren. I think that's a moment missed because think about how epic that would be. Even though we all know they stand no chance against Jiren, just watching all of them charge with the pride of their Saiyan, of their Saiyan ancestry, with their planet, they're fighting for their survival, how close-knit they are, to just see them all charge Jiren and try and get Jiren out of there, I think was a moment that would have been cool. We know the outcome, but it just robbed us of it. Adding thing to that would have been if Vegeta would charge in there with them, and let's say all 4 of them got eliminated like that. I still think that is an amazing moment that they could have given us that they took away from us. But other than that, that's pretty much how the episode goes. It ends with us basically foreshadowing Khalifa and Goku fighting again in a rematch, which to me makes no sense, because if Khalifa's supposed to be the pride of the Saiyans and she's supposed to be the leader and she's supposed to have that blood and that fierce, all that type of stuff, why would you want to fight Goku when he's weak? If you want to test your true abilities, which is what Saiyans want to do, they want to fight the strongest to prove themselves, why would you fight Goku now? He's nowhere near where he needs to be in order to fight. So you're really not testing anything. You're just fighting him because you just see. Now, granted, she could be being very smart and just saying, listen, I'm not worried about none of that. You're weak at the moment. I want to fight you, eliminate you, and I'll just keep it moving. Which in that case, I'm all for it. It makes sense at that point in time. Now, there's a theory going around that if there's a chance that Khalifa may go Super Saiyan 3. To me, that would make absolutely zero sense, because you've already, the way you showed us was that to reach a Super Saiyan, and I can't say this. Okay, let me switch that because I just thought about it. There was no direct way to show how to transform into a Super Saiyan 2. The only way they showed us how it happened was the emotional connection with Gohan when he snapped when 16 was killed in front of him. That's how he went 2. So to see Kaba go 2 based off of that, because it's an emotion, it's a raw emotion, it's basically him snapping saying, I've had enough. That made sense. I saw the correlation there. With Khalifa going Super Saiyan 2, I never really saw the correlation there. I just kind of seen she just said, oh, hey, I can do it too. Granted, those Saiyans are way more advanced than the ones in Universe 7, of course. So how they're going to retcon it, that's fine. It's whatever. And then we all know with Kale, with her legendary self, and what she's done and how she's achieved that, that's fine. But I think her going 3 in this tournament would be a huge misjustice to her, because they have an opportunity after this, if they're going to expand, to create content with Vegeta going back to Universe 6 and possibly training the lot of them. And that may be being the step that gets her to Super Saiyan 3, or which is a long shot, but I think what people would love is if Vegeta went back to that planet, saw the king, and somehow, some way, based off the training, and let's say there's an infinite battle that happens there, Vegeta finally goes 3 there. Makes no sense because he's a god now. I get it. Why would he go 3? It doesn't work like that. I'm just doing that based off the visuals of us wanting to finally see a Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta there. He's a god now, so he can get rid of anything like that. Hopefully how they brace it out. But going forward, if I had to make any predictions as far as what's going to happen, like I said, we're going to get the Vegeta Topo fight. We're going to get the Khalifa Goku fight, which looks to be interesting. We still need to see the Namekians. I want to see the Namekians versus Piccolo. I want to see kind of go on, do his own thing, but I understand why Gohan's fighting side by side with Piccolo against the Namekians, because those Namekians are much more powerful than Piccolo had once assumed. So I'm with all that. If I had to give it a rating, that episode out of 10, I'm a harsh grader. I'd give that episode, because of Kaba's transformation alone, I'd give that episode a 7. And the only reason I give that episode a 7 is because they could have did more with Kaba's fight. They could have displayed more what Kaba could do as a 2 than that. If they would have done that, I could have given it possibly an 8. 8 to 8.5. But I'm going to give it a solid 7 based on what I've seen. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the next episode is going to bring, because we have about, I want to say, probably until like January before this tournament is probably over with at the pace they're going. End of the year, mid-January, latest. That's about how I see it. So, with that being said, now we're going to move over to the segment where we're going to talk about these, as Crunchyroll has fall animes. We looked at Crunchyroll's list of the animes that are coming out, and of course some of those animes have already started. Maybe some of you have already watched them. But we have a list of animes that we're looking forward to seeing, that we want to look into, that look very interesting. We don't know any of the descriptions because we didn't bother to look at them. I'm basing it off of just the previews that they shown, the look of the animation, and did it grab me or grab him or us right off the bat with them. So I'm going to throw it to my brother right here, and he's going to go ahead and read off the list of animes that we're going to go ahead and put in.
Alright, so the new fall animes that from Crunchyroll that we want to see are one's already started, Black Clover. I know that's already 3 episodes in. I need to go ahead and watch Black Clover. I put it on my watch list, to go ahead and, or my watch later list. I went ahead and decided to do that because it just looks one really good. Just from pictures and stuff I may see on Instagram, or if I'm on YouTube and I'm watching other anime YouTubers, I may see different videos and stuff of Black Clover. So to me, it just looked interesting. I know my boy SSLJ already started watching. I think he has a third episode to finish.
Yeah, I just gotta watch the third episode.
So I'm gonna hop on that. I got that to gotta watch. I gotta watch Blood Blockade. I watched the first season of Blood Blockade.
I gotta finish it. I never finished the first season yet.
It was really good. Surprisingly, it was really good. But the only thing was, I had to watch it. I usually watch an anime multiple times just to get a feel for it. But for this one, I didn't understand the storyline from the beginning, middle. At the end, they summed everything up. But in the beginning and middle, it was kind of, I don't know. I felt like they kind of got away from what they were trying to do with the storyline. I don't know. That's how I felt when I was watching it. I had to watch a couple times to really grasp what they were trying to do. But once I got it. So the second season I know is out. So I want to go ahead and watch the second season because I was really excited for the first season. I really was hoping they would do a little bit more with the main character, but the fact that I got a second season, I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead and start watching that. The next one, I'm not going to even try to pronounce the first part, but it's the second half is Zodiac Wars, whatever the first name is. It's Zodiac Wars.
That one looks real good.
I only saw the trailer for that one, and that one looked fantastic. So
it had it looked like from the brief one, it had like a Tokyo Ghoul type character, and that's the one that struck me the most. I was like, wait a minute, let me see where this is going. When you say Zodiac Wars, of course you think zodiac signs and everybody going in wars and battles. So that title alone grabbed me. I'm like, okay, maybe let me go ahead and look at this and see what type of potential it has as far as an anime goes.
But with that, like I said, that's another good one I really want to see. The next one is Dies Aria or R.A. or how you want to pronounce it. That one actually looks good. The next one is called King's Game. That actually looks really pretty interesting. I'm going to check that out. The next one is The Ancient Magnus Bride. I keep seeing this one a lot actually, and I really want to get into it because I feel like that's going to be really interesting. Any anime that's kind of, well, I don't know. It really doesn't matter. Really, any type of anime is what I like to watch. But The Ancient Magnus Bride, out of all of them except for Black Clover and Blood Blockade, out of the new ones that haven't come out yet but are about to, that's the one I really want to watch. I feel like that one's going to really be an eye-opener and an eye-catcher and, get a lot of fan base behind it, all right? So with that, what's the next thing we want to talk about?
The next thing that we have to talk about is, of course, everybody knows that Halloween is next Tuesday. Yes. Next Tuesday is Halloween, and if you celebrate Halloween to me is, I want to say, my third favorite holiday. Behind Christmas is one, Thanksgiving is two, Halloween is third. But yes, Halloween is one of my favorite ones just because I just love the feel. I love being, people being able to dress up, have fun, just a night to just kind of go out there and be yourself, but also just kind of just enjoy the night, have fun. So what we're going to do is we have a list of animes that's Halloween, horror, gore theme that if you haven't seen, just because of the time frame that when we're leading into Halloween, just to get into the rhythm and the spirit of it, if you haven't already, to just go ahead and watch these and like I say, just kind of get into the mode of it.
So we're gonna have Berserk. If you haven't seen Berserk, go ahead. Now I like Berserk. I'm not a huge major fan of it, but you can either watch the old Berserk or the newer Berserk. It doesn't matter. You'll get the same enjoyment regardless. You can watch Ergo Proxy. Okay. You can watch Gantz. I love Gantz so much. Okay, Gantz is actually really, really, really good. When I first watched it, I think I was like, I don't know. I think I was in like a freshman in high school. And when I first watched it, at first I was like, dang, this kind of like messed up how they have what they're doing to these people. But then I was like, but that's actually really interesting because you don't really think about afterlife. You don't think about life after death. You just think you die and that's it. So for them to have to go ahead and expand upon what happens in the afterlife, it's pretty dope. So you have that. You have Psycho-Pass. You ever seen Psycho-Pass? Psycho-Pass is fantastic. My boy SSLJ actually told me to go ahead and watch it because I had seen it plenty of times, but I never went and go ahead. Same thing with like Gurren Lagann. I started watching it and then I just haven't finished it.
You was tripping.
But
that's you.
Regardless, so you have Psycho-Pass. Okay. You have Elfen Lied or Elfen Lied, however you want to pronounce it. Okay. That's also really great. I love that. The theme song to Elfen Lied or Elfen Lied I love it. I've been jamming that for forever, all right? So you have that, then you have Ghost in the Shell. You have Future Diary or Mirror Nikki, whichever one you pronounce to call it. But yes, Future Diary, that's great. I love her. She's waifu for life. Even though she's batshit crazy, still love her. You have When They Cry. If you haven't watched When They Cry was actually really good. I actually watched this on, what was that? It was a website back when I was in like 8th grade I can't remember the website, but whatever. So I watched When They Cry on the website, but they had it split up. They had it split up between each of the friends, and each of the friends' story was different. Now, if you go on Hulu has all the seasons and episodes just back to back. So you just start off on one, you go all the way down. When They Cry is fantastic. If you want that eerie feeling, that eerie kind of I'm creeped out because I don't know what this chick gonna do. Is she crazy? Is she gonna kill me with a machete? You don't really know. But that anime itself is fantastic. I love that anime. Then I think that was it for the most part. Oh no. And then Corpse Party. If you haven't watched Corpse Party, go ahead and check it out. It's fantastic as well.
Now, next thing is Ruby. That's you.
All right, Ruby. I love Ruby so much. It is fantastic. Everybody wants to complain about how the animation is. They can all just shut up and watch the anime. They stop tripping over the anime. I don't. It's an anime. And that's all you should be concerned about. Is it an anime or is it not an anime? If it's an anime, cool, watch it. It's the same thing like Ajin. Ajin is great. But people don't like it because I don't like because of the animation. Stop being some babies. Just watch the anime. Why you? That's what you're complaining about. You complain how it looks.
Everybody has their every guess. I
don't want to hear, bro. Look,
everybody has their own
if you're an anime lover, you love anime regardless of how the animation is.
Not necessarily.
If you love,
some people can't watch the old school anime because the animation is crazy.
First of all, regardless if if the graphic style is different from the 2000s. Versus the 1980s or the 70s or the 90s, it doesn't matter. An anime is anime. You should love anime regardless. Now, if you just say, I can't get into it because of how it looks, but you never attempted to watch it, I'm not on your side. Now, if you attempted to watch it and I'm not saying, I watched the first episode and I couldn't do it because you only probably watched 10 minutes of the first episode. If you actually had to try to watch the anime, I don't hear nothing. I'm not the biggest fan of Gundam, but I've sat and I watched the original Gundam series. After that, I was like, it's not really for me. And then I just left it at that. I still gave it a try at the same time. So with Ajin is fantastic.
It took me a while
to
get over the animation.
That did not, because you know why? Because I'm not worried about people worry about the animation. You should be worried about is the storyline great? Now it doesn't look crappy. The animation doesn't look crappy. It's just computerized. That's it, but it's all done on the computer, so I don't understand what people are really tripping about the animation style. Just watch it. You're telling me you're gonna miss a great anime because you just don't like how it looks. That's retarded and stupid. Okay, so just watch the anime. Ruby, fantastic. I love Whis, Blake, Ruby, and Yang. I love all of them. Okay, now if we're going my favorite out of that group of girls, okay, Yang is waifu for life. Okay, she's waifu. I know I've said a couple girls are waifu, but Yang is my girl. I love Yang. If we go Yang, then we go Nora. Okay, Nora to me is like that innocent girl who's just always happy and fun, and everyone she wants to be friends with, and she's just dope and cool. Okay, and then you're gonna have everybody else. I'm not gonna ring. I'm just saying those are my top two right there. Okay. With that being said, the 5th volume finally came out with episode 1, and I need to watch because I've been waiting. Because they left it on such a big freaking cliffhanger that I kept getting upset. I kept going to Crunchyroll. I'm not kidding. A week after the last episode of Ruby came out, I kept checking week after week, literally, to see if the next episode or next volume dropped. And when I didn't see it, I'm like, please, Lord, just let them make a 5th volume. Because where they left it off, you can't just leave it there. Like, there's so many things that need to be answered. I have so many people that need to know, okay, are they going to get back together? Are they going to take back Haven? Like, what are we going to do? Because, the situation that you're in is so bad right now. Like, we need to plan an action, all right? So with Ruby, I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to see what they're going to do in Volume 5, and I hope that they don't disappoint the fan base that Ruby has, because as for me, like I said, the show's just fantastic, and you can get hooked to the show. So Ruby, I'm at A++, all right?
All right, now with that one there, that's kind of a segment that we're going to do. That's not included in the Halloween thing that we were talking about, that's a separate one where every week what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and shed light on an anime, whether it's one that's getting a newer season, like I believe Code Geass is supposed to be getting a new
season. Yes, I can't wait. Woo! I can't wait, nigga.
Oh, shit. Code Geass is supposed to be getting a new season, I believe. Tokyo Ghoul Re is supposed to be dropping next year, so along with Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia. We want to kind of shed light and just have a brief moment to talk about the new series dropping. Sometimes we'll go old series. Sometimes we'll say, hey, this week we're going to be talking about maybe Yu Yu Hakusho and just shedding light on that anime, because there's some people who haven't watched it, especially newer anime watchers. The younger generation of people coming up haven't watched some older anime. Yeah, we watched it. And then you have some that are underrated. You have some that people really don't know about.
Master.
To me, a Black Butler is one that is underrated, that really doesn't get the spotlight it was. So there's going to be weeks, there's going to be once on every week that we do this show, we're going to have a segment where either he's going to talk about a certain anime or I'm going to talk about a certain anime. Because he knows and seen way more animes than I have seen, you're going to see him doing a lot more of the reviews of those animes and foreshadowing and stuff like that. Now, the next segment that we have going on right here is we both play phone games as far as anime games like that. And so he's into Naruto and he does Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So he's been heavy, especially in the Duel Links. Me, I've been in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle hard, like real heavy. I've kind of been off a little bit because it was a bit boring as far as what's been going on lately, but there is some news that's broke, so I'm going to discuss. But first, I'm going to throw it to my boy right here, to my brother right here. He's going to go ahead and break down Naruto as well.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about both of them.
All right, so he's going to break down, like I said, every week if there's some new news that's dropped recently, like a day before we actually decide to record, that way we can break it, that way we can go ahead and shed some light on it for you guys. If it's already been out days prior to us recording and everybody's basically already seen it, there's no need for us to rehash it. Unless I feel like it's just that big to bring it up. So we're just going to go ahead, I'm going to throw it to my brother right here.
Now, going over to Naruto Blazing, I play that. I love Naruto Blazing. My goal when I first downloaded this game was to get Sasuke in every form from when he was a child up until the last. Okay, but they don't have that one yet. So I have every Sasuke up until him and when Sasuke gets his Rin Sharingan. Okay, I have all of them. They're not all maxed out what I would want them to be, but I do have them. That was my goal. Now my second goal that I wanted was I love the Uchiha. Okay, Uchiha for life. Okay, Uchiha for life. Uchiha for life. So I wanted to gather all the Uchiha from the game, and I have done it. I have all of them. Okay, I have Obito, I have Shisui, I have Madara, I have Itachi, and I have Sasuke. I have all of them. Now, my next goal is to get all of them in whatever forms they have available, okay? I want them in all their forms. The only person who I have already in this form is Shisui, or Shusui, however you want to pronounce his name. Just for the simple fact is, he only had one form, and that's the form they showed us when they did the Itachi flashback and all that good jazz. So, since we only have that, okay, I have everybody else. Madara, I don't have Madara when he had the Ten-Tail state. I don't have it. I don't have it yet. When he was still when he had like part of Hashirama, I don't have it. I will get him though when that comes back. But with that, I really do enjoy Naruto Blazing. You know, I feel like it's a nice touch to all the Naruto fans that I have a game. Now, what I do like, I like to play it. I like the PvP. That be getting intense, man. I'm telling you, because you really have to you have to know how to sync your team well. Like me, I want to run a straight Uchiha team. I don't care about nothing else. I have a straight Uchiha team. Now, in the anime, if I ran a straight Uchiha team, I'd be unstoppable. But in here, there's so much more that goes into it that I have to take people, like, I have to use people I don't like. I have to use Sakura, okay? She's a great healer in the game. I don't really care for her, but that's the only reason I use her. So like I said, she syncs well with, you know, Sasuke and some other characters, but I'd rather just run a straight Uchiha team, but since I can't, it's okay. But I do enjoy playing Naruto Blazing a bunch. Now, the one game I don't play is Dokkan, but my man over here to my right plays this a lot. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and give you his little bit on this one. Go ahead.
Alright, so Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, I know a lot of my DBZ fans, we do play this game a lot. I am not a free-to-play player, but neither am I one that spends an obscene amount of money like some of these other YouTubers who I watch who produce great content purchase. I just know my money ain't like that. What I'm about to be spending on it. Granted, there are some cards that I say I don't care, I will go broke, I'm grabbing these. I.e. when Gogeta 4 dropped, i.e. when the Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta 4 dropped. I almost felt that way about Cooler, but I stopped. I was one that when it came out in Japan, I was big on Cooler because I absolutely love Cooler as a villain. A lot of people are not fans of Cooler. Me, I love him. I think Cooler is one of the best villains there is. His form, everything about him just looks badass. On the last one I really pulled, I got 2 Mad Saiyans on the banner that just dropped. But dropped about a week ago on Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Of course, I wanted Angel Goku so I could finally use the Gogeta 4 because I only played the global version. I do not play the Japanese version. So we could finally get a chance to use Gogeta, if not to his max potential, but better than what we have been able to use him just on a Heroes team. Because I really don't know who truly runs the Heroes team now. Now, there's rumors that the category feature is coming out very soon. Hopefully within the next month or two it drops. That's the look. So now we can finally use Gogeta with his actual leader abilities because I have all the cards necessary to run him, run the proper team on that. In news as far as goes, I believe everybody should know by now that there is Super Saiyan Adult Gohan 3 and there's Super Saiyan 3 Adult Trunks that is coming out. Now that's only going to be exclusive to Japan. I believe it's the Heroes banner that gave y'all the Gotenks, the adult Gotenks, and I think it was Janemba Baby and all of them. Unfortunately for Global, we're not privy to them, which I'm a little upset about because they just look badass. To have a Trunks Super Saiyan 3 and an adult Gohan Super Saiyan 3 added to it, I just think makes Global that much more. But because of licensing and everything, if it hasn't come, and it's been basically a year since they've done the first Heroes banner, it's not coming to us now. So it sucks for us as global people, but for those who play the Japanese version, y'all should be expecting that probably early November, I want to say, no later than mid-November when it comes to that. The teams I personally run on my global account is really the AGL, Mono Super AGL, and Mono Extreme AGL. I went hard for Super 17. Now, I understand Super 17 is not a favorite at all when it comes to GT. A lot of people put him as the least favorite villain in GT. Me personally, I love androids. I love 17, 18, 16, 19, and 20. Dr. Gero to me were even cool. I just love that concept of what you used. And I felt as though we were cheated in the Android Saga when Goku could not fight 17 or 18 or 16 in that battle, and we ended up getting Cell. It brought us Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but it did not give us, to me, it cheated me a bit, and I wish I would have had a chance to see that fight and Vegeta jump into the mix and Trunks jump into the mix to fight those three, because I just think that would have been a much, much better fight. To me, that's just me personally. So I went hard for Super 17. It was literally my last multi-summons, and I pulled them, and I flipped shit. It had to be about 3-something in the morning when I pulled them. And I've just basically been running that. I have my Vegeta 4 at a rainbow. I have Super Vegito at a rainbow. I have Rose rainbowed. Who else? I have a couple other rainbows. Of course, I got the free Bulma for that event came. She's rainbowed. I did not do the Kid Goku. Goku Jr., I'm sorry. I did not do the Goku Jr. I wanted to, but with other things going on and work and stuff, I was tired. I just did not have the energy to put in the grind, because I believe that happened when the storm and stuff down here happened, and with the work schedule that we had, there was no way I could put in the time to grind for him. Right now, I'm just grinding the medals out for Mad Saiyan and to Dokkan Awaken, the physical Bardock, because I've already done the strength Bardock. I don't have the tech one yet, but with the meta changing, there's really no need for me to have that Bardock now, because I don't really plan on running that team. So other than that, Dokkan Battle for Global, I believe is going to really skyrocket once the new Super Gogeta and Super Janemba banner drop, and when Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks physical one drops. I think that's when the true excitement, because we got excitement for Angel Goku, but I think we got that excitement over here because we was like, hey, we can finally use Gogeta 4. Excuse me, not necessarily just for Angel Goku. It was because, hey, now we get a chance to do with Gogeta 4. Other than that, I plan to go extremely hard, and y'all may get some footage of that. I may post me doing some Dokkan Battle stuff here lately if I feel like I have enough stones that I can provide the proper content for you guys. As I'm going to try and pull that Super Gogeta. I'm saving my other Kais for him and stuff like that, so I really want to pull him so I can run a team. I'm still missing the Blue Vegeta Intelligence Unit. I cannot pull that card to save my life. For whatever reason, I have the medals. Everything is sitting there. I just cannot pull this guy for nothing. But other than that, I should have everything fine because I want to be able to use him and the physical Gotenks for when the category feature drops, meta drops, and I can use Gogeta as a leader and really go in on him. Other than that, that's pretty much it as far as Dokkan Battle is concerned. Now, what I want to get into now as we're kind of wrapping up this our first episode is, I kind of want to share with you guys the goal of this channel and the reasoning why we're doing it. We kind of shared it a bit in the opening, but I just want to get a little bit more detailed. Is we're doing this primarily, one, we love anime. That is something that we are truly, truly passionate about. We enjoy watching. We enjoy talking about it. We have a crew of at least 5 or 6 people at work that are all anime lovers, and we have debates at work all the time. Conversations that start off that may last 5-10 minutes end up jumping 45 minutes to an hour if we truly let it. We enjoy it, and what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to have this conversation with more of you and share our views and standpoint that we don't believe get expressed through other YouTube channels. Not saying they don't do it for whatever reason, but just saying we just want to bring a different perspective. We want to be able to bring a different format when it comes to anime YouTube channels that I haven't really seen. As two black kids, black men, however we want to say it, we have a chance to, we want to be able to put a foothold to be able to have a staple in the anime community, because there's not a lot of African American representation out there. And even though you have those like Riku the Best, you have D Free, just a few to name those that are doing a great job as far as being, especially with the Dokkan content that's out. I just feel as though we have the ability to bring more onto this side, because anime is so wide range, and going to Anime Matsuri this past year and seeing the different ethnicities, the people, all shapes, sizes, colors, everything. It just showed that we're a lot more unified than what we proclaim, and there is no stereotypical anime person that's out there. We all range, because you have NFL players that are well documented that do cosplay and stuff like that and go to the big cons and the big anime fans. And we want to be able to bring that here. We want to be able to bring a different type of flavor, a different type of soul. But we have to be able to come together as a community, and we want to be able to bring that. That's why you're going to see a different type of format. Every week, you're going to see a different layout. These wall scrolls may be positioned differently. We may have different wall scrolls up here, different artwork behind us, different things set on the table in front of us. We're going to have different topics. We're going to have some shows where the anime maybe not one great episodes. We'll make those short. It'll be a debate topic. We may talk about some serious news that's going on, anything that's concerned. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want us to review things, you can comment those things to us. You can hit us up on our Instagram that we're going to have. The link will be in the description, to where if you guys want to be able to have us discuss it. And we want to be able to have feedback going back and forth, because as this channel grows, we want to grow with you guys. This is something that we're taking very seriously, and we want to have fun with. You know, like I said, this is our first time recording. This is our first episode. So we're going to have some rough patch, some things we're going to be able to improve on as we see the footage, as we review them, as we put them out, as we hear you guys' critiques. But one thing we're going to tell you, as the content gets better, the more fun we're going to have. If you don't get tense up in here. Don't get me wrong. We get debating, it get tense up in here every now and again. And it's okay. You know, some people going to side with him, some people going to side with me. It's all good. But at the end of the day, understand that we in this together. We want to be able to help try and bridge the gap of people who don't understand us as anime fans, and have them have a better understanding. We may not be able to convert them all, but they can have a better understanding of us.
One of us.
Yes. Have a better understanding of us to where we can better coexist in this world. And I feel like we have to hide the fact that we love anime. You love anime, so what? We rock shit. I go out anywhere, mall, it don't matter. I rock anime shirts. It don't matter. I'll play anime theme songs at work. It don't matter to me. I have no shame in what I do as far as the things I love. I am comfortable with who I am as a person. We want you to be as comfortable as you want to be as a person, and we want this group, this nation that we are forming in this sane Uchiha Alliance to grow with us, because we want to be able to bring you guys the best content that you guys are going to watch, that you guys are going to enjoy, and we're going to try and be as informative to you guys as possible, and the same thing vice versa. We're going to get way more active on our social media platform. Yes. We're going to be doing a lot of things to be able to conversate back and forth with you guys. So that really is the goal that we have as far as this channel is. We're trying to branch out, become as big as we can get, because we feel as though the bigger we get, the bigger this whole group gets, the bigger all of anime gets, and just the more comfortable we are, and we finally get what we want back where we believe it belongs. So with that being said, this is going to be the last segment. We have a couple pieces
of artwork that we want to show off to y'all. So if I know y'all don't know, so we have a very great friend of ours who we have been rocking with for about 2 years now, who he is what we call the mashup king, okay? His name is the Outlawed. You can find him on Instagram. It's Art. Y'all know how to spell Art. And then Lawd as in L-A-W-D, okay? L-A-W-D. He's a mashup king, okay? You're going to see this Tekken Blue piece that we had got from him, okay? All his pieces are drawn by him, or you have his lady, okay? Posh Queen. Posh is a P-O-S-H. Queen, y'all know how to spell Queen, okay? They both are amazing artists. They love anime, and they love to express themselves through their art. You see, this is Anata. Posh Queen drew her, okay? And she did a fantastic job, okay, with that. So with all the art that we get from them, okay, they are individual pieces that you can get specifically for you. You want to DM him about personal pieces, he will do personal pieces for you. I know we have some canvases coming from him that he's done that are so dope that we can't wait for y'all to see, okay? But with every picture that he does, all right, he always leaves you a message for supporting him, okay? In the video, you see it zoomed up and whatnot, but he always leaves a message for you because they care, and they want y'all to know that they respect and love y'all for helping them out, so that way they can help you, okay? For us, it helps us because we're going to have some dope artwork coming, okay, to us that we can share with y'all. And at the same time, if y'all have some cool ideas that y'all ever want to have drawn up, or you don't know anybody, we know a guy who knows how to do it. So you can DM us about anything that y'all need or y'all want to see, or if y'all want to get in contact with him. Once again, I'll also put his Instagram on the video so y'all can look at it and see. He'll also be in the link in the description so y'all can see.
He has his own shop online that you can order. He does sales. A bunch of different stuff to where, like I said, you can get in contact. Any custom pieces he's down to do. He's very reasonable with prices. His prices are not crazy. I can tell you that right now. His prices honestly are very, very reasonable.
Buy from him.
I'm telling you, we have so many pieces that we're going to be showing over the course of weeks with him and her, from him and her, that. And they draw it. This is nothing where it's on the computer. This is no knock people that do it on iPad, stuff like that. Because art is art regardless. Exactly. Y'all can do what I can't do, so I'm never gonna knock y'all. But their artwork, they literally do these on canvases, on printer paper, anything. It's hand drawn. These are their interpretation descriptions, and they do it all from their own personal experience and how they feel. It's all on, are they feeling it at the moment, are they in it? So anytime you see them post a piece, that's them giving their all into it. And the Art Lord and Posh Queen believe unity in the community. Yes. If you live in, you win. Exactly. At the end of the day, that is their saying. That's what they always go by. And if you follow them on Instagram, you can definitely see it. They constantly are on Insta Story promoting their artwork. Their Instagram, like I said, y'all make sure y'all go hit them up and see what they got, because I promise you, you're going to love what they have. So basically, with that being said, we're wrapping up the first episode of the saying. With that being said, we're wrapping up the first episode of the Uchiha Alliance.
And this is the first podcast.
We do it again. Okay. Good. All right. And with that being said, we'll be wrapping up the first episode of the
S.U.A.
Alliance. And so we just want to make sure, like I said, if y'all enjoy what y'all see, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. Y'all want to make sure y'all the first ones to watch it, be part of the notification gang.
Gang.
And we holler at y'all next time. Peace. That's it.